Hello folks, my name is Mark, this is Why I Hate the World. How you guys doing? So, for those of you who are fans of the secular community here on YouTube, you may have noticed a few videos about something they're calling the Youtubpocalypse. Which what this is it's changes to the algorithm that YouTube uses to place ads on videos. And it's resulted in a very, very steep decline in ad revenues for certain channels. So some background. So what's going on is that there was a news report on CNN, I think it was, that showed that there's like neo-Nazi videos that are getting ad revenue. And, that sparked kind of a shitstorm where a lot of the advertisers started pulling their money out of YouTube, right, away from Google, who owns YouTube. And so Google overreacted, and they just banned a very wide swath of content. For example, there's a terrorist attack. Last week there was one in Moscow, not Moscow, but in Russia. There was a subway bombing in Russia, St. Petersburg, I think. And, if you're like, let's say you're secular talk, right, and you do a video about that, you have to put the word terrorism, right, terrorist bombing in Russia. Well, that gets confused for a video that's actually pro-terrorism. And so your video doesn't get, any ads on it, right? So even if it's something that's completely against the thing that they're trying to block, doesn't matter. YouTube's algorithm puts it all together. And why does this matter? Well, a lot of these channels are reporting that they're losing up to 90% of their revenue, right? That's a lot of money, and it's pretty bad. It's for somebody like me, right? I mean, I actually noticed a few of my videos got flagged for this also. Like, I've gotten a couple of emails saying this video has been denied monetization, stuff like that, right? Like 5, right? But for somebody like me, I do this as a hobby, like I would really love to do it for a living one day, but it's a hobby for me. I'm lucky if one of my videos gets 100 views, I'll be happy, right? I'm not making no money doing this shit. I think I've gotten like every couple of months I'll get like $100. It's pretty much nothing, right? To somebody like, the Young Turks or the Amazing Atheist or, any of those guys. Those guys are getting like, this is how they make their living, all right? And over the years, they've made a very large amount of money for YouTube. Somebody like the Amazing Atheist, for example, has been on YouTube for 10 years. He's probably, him alone, he's probably made YouTube hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions of dollars, just from his views alone. Probably up to $1 million, I'd say. I mean, I don't know how much that guy gets paid, TJ Kirk. I don't know how much he makes, but apparently he makes enough to make a living doing this. This is his job, right? And now, now he's like not going to be able to do it anymore. Well, I don't know about you, but people like him are the reason why I come to YouTube, I don't come to YouTube for the fucking cat videos, all right? You can go anywhere and you can get pictures. I mean, yeah, that stuff is nice, don't get me wrong. I mean, they have funny content, cat videos and the hydraulic press channel and like, whatever, and game reviews, that kind of thing. That's cool, but at the same time, the reason why I started to watch YouTube and the reason why I decided to make my own videos was because of people like him. People like him and Secular Talk and Aaron Raw and, a lot of the guys a lot of those people don't even make videos anymore, I like that was what it was. It was originally what inspired me was the atheist community here on YouTube. Even though I'm not really an atheist, although I'm pretty much an atheist in everything but name only, right? I actually consider myself more of a I don't know. I don't want to get into that right now. But it's very like that's why I came here, because you can go see TV shows anywhere. You can go to Netflix and watch a TV show, right? You want to watch, some stupid shit like a fight in a parking lot or whatever, you can go to Live Leak, right? If you want to watch the band stuff, right? And but the reason why I came to YouTube was to get that kind of discussion, that alternate discussion that you don't really get from anywhere else. You don't see that kind of thing. Like, this is just regular people expressing their views, having conversations, and it just so happened that it originally began with religion, but all of those channels have moved on. You know, Coctimus Prime and even people like Rebecca Watson. You know, I enjoy all of these guys, right? All of these people. You know, Ziana Jones, that's another one. And even though they all started with religion, they've all kind of branched out and they've taken on other subjects, you know, whether it's feminism, you know, politics. Some of the guys even do movie reviews and shit like that now. It's like, that's totally cool. You know, it's cool to see people that are not beholden to any higher company, you know, doing what they want to do and expressing themselves. You know, nobody's telling these guys what they can say. And that's the difference, you know, when you go on some opinion show on CNN or Fox, oh fucking God, Fox, or, you know, The Blaze or something, right? Those guys have an agenda, you know, like the fact that Tommy Lauren got fired for going against going against the agenda that you know, of The Blaze, of her channel, right? That kind of shows that, you know, they don't have freedom to say whatever they want. You know, somebody like you know, any of those pundits out there, right? They have to kind of toe the line, and if they go against it, they get fired. All right. You know, somebody like TJ Kirk, he doesn't have that. He can say whatever the fuck he wants, you know, and that's what makes him, in my opinion, better. Or whether you agree with it or not, it's a guy that, you know, it's an opinion that's not being fed to him by some corporate fucking overlord, you know. So, and he's not reinforcing an agenda that's coming from upstairs in order to fucking like get ratings or whatever, you know. And it's kind of cool to see someone like him, I'm just using him as an example because he's one of the only guys who are still around doing this shit. It's kind of see how people's opinions evolve over time, you know, like TJ Kirk started, you know, The Amazing Atheist started, he was kind of a libertarian kind of guy, and then, you know, as time went on, he got a little more liberal about certain things, and then now for some reason people are associating him with the alt-right, even though I don't see fucking why. It's because he has an anti-feminism stance, and that doesn't fucking make you the alt-right, but whatever, you know. It's like, you know, so maybe he turned a little more conservative, but on some other things he's still liberal. It's like, it's kind of cool to see that evolution, you know. And this doesn't mean that you have to, you know, instantly agree with every fucking thing these people say, you know, but at the same time, it's like, that's what makes YouTube unique, you know, this creator owned content, you know. Anybody can get on YouTube and say what they want, you know. It's like having your own TV show. I mean, shit, I wish I would have had this, like, as a teenager, as a young man. I would have gone bananas. I would have been making horror movies and shit. Anyway, getting back onto the subject, it's really, really bad, you know, and it's to the point where, like, apparently something like, there was a video by Secular Talk where he said he lost 90% of his revenue, which is like, now imagine you're at your job and you get a 90% pay cut. What would you do? Would you stay at that job? I wouldn't. I'd be out of there within the next day. I'd be like, all right, if I don't get my money back, I'm out of here. And that's the reality. A lot of these guys are going to shut down, and YouTube is going to suffer bad for it. So what's going to happen? I don't know. Is YouTube, I mean, are YouTube, are they going to like reform their policy, and maybe these guys will start seeing some of their money that they deserve, you know? Are they going to move to some other channel? I mean, is there even a competitor that they can go to? Where would you go to make videos, you know? I can't even think of any, you know, what? Vimeo, LiveLeak, you know? It's cool, yeah, maybe, but none of those sites have even like a fraction of the traffic that YouTube does, you know? This is where it's at. I mean, shit. So it's like, I don't know, I'm really sad to see it get messed up, you know? And it sucks. It's like, it doesn't affect me personally because my channel's so tiny, you know? It's a hobby for me. I have a fucking day job, you know? If I made no money from this, it wouldn't affect me at all. But somebody like them, you know, this is really sad. It's like YouTube is, you know, YouTube is chopping off their own balls here. And it's just going to turn into something stupid. Like, it's going to turn into like a Netflix. And it's going to fail because you're not going to be able to beat Netflix at their own game. You know, I mean, that, anyway, getting to the end of this, creator-owned content is what makes YouTube unique. To see it go is going to really kind of take the soul out of YouTube, you know. And it'll be, you know, yeah, you'll still be able to come here and get videos and, you know, stupid cat videos and shit like that. But this is kind of like YouTube's soul here. You know what I mean? It's the ability to come on and say whatever you want, you know, without anybody, you know, without any restrictions on you. That's kind of what YouTube's all about. And it's really going to ruin it to see that go away. So I don't know if anybody out there from Google, if you're watching this, you know, please take this into account. You know, you need these guys to keep YouTube alive. You need these guys. So adios, folks.